Welcome back. From Olympic gold to undisputed world champion, our next guest inspired a generation and more and helped change women's boxing forever.
Oh, we are in awe. We are with the one, the only. Katie Taylor is with us. Good morning to you, Katie.
Good morning, guys.
There's
Thank
such
you
a buzz
so much.
around because you're coming in today. Do you know
really?
that? Oh my God, from yesterday when we knew you were confirmed.
Yeah.
It's been
No,
amazing.
it's great to be here. Thanks
So
for having
excited.
me,
We're
guys.
chuffed. We're chuffed to have you with us. You're, of course, here with Business Ventures, which is really interesting.
yeah.
But, of course, the thing that's on everybody's lips at the minute is Croke Park.
Yes.
We know it's something that is very close to your heart. You're wanting to finish off the career in Croke Park. We know Eddie Hearn was in Dublin very recently as well.
Yeah.
How are things looking?
Yeah, I think things are looking very, very positive. It would be an absolute dream, wouldn't it? It feels like the only way to wrap it up, really. Not just for myself, but for everybody else who has supported me and who has travelled around the world, spending their hard-earned money to support me. I want to put on a performance that, worthy of their support and their encouragement throughout the years as well. And I get emotional actually just thinking of all the stadiums around the world filled with Ole, Ole, Ole. I want to bring that song back home. I think it will be an absolute dream, and there's obviously lots of considerations to making the fight happen at Croke Park, but I think we're on the right route and the meetings have been very positive, so fingers crossed.
And what is it? Is it just because it's so steeped in history? Is that why you want to finish in Croker?
Well, it's our most iconic venue, isn't it? And imagine the end of my career in our most iconic venue like Croke Park. That would be more than a dream. And these last 20 years, I'm nearly a full-time athlete for over 20 years now, and it's been a long, tough journey. And I think this would be the icing on the cake for me to actually end it there.
It would, listen, because you've done Madison Square Gardens, you've done 3 arenas there to watch it. The atmosphere at those, Croke Park would be phenomenal. And we're seeing it, we're seeing Joshua and Fury have just signed, so they're going to make it in a stadium. So, the Irish public would love it to happen. So listen, we know you're obviously fingers crossed as well. So listen to everybody who's watching, make it happen for us. You're back home at the minute a little bit. You're obviously training flat out as well. Do you enjoy getting back to kind of catch up? Because you're based now full time in Connecticut.
Yeah, I've been over in Connecticut for the last 8 or 9 years now, so it's always amazing to be back and to spend time with family. And I'm home this time, obviously, for this launch of my new brand, Physique. Super excited about it. This is like a healthy soda, and I'm turning it from an athlete to a business person, trying to anyway. And it's going live in the market this week. So excited about it, and this is something that's been close to my heart for the last year. I've been working on this for the last year now. Wow. With the SiSú people, Brian and Ashton McGann. And we're super excited.
Yeah, it's so important though.
It is,
because
it is.
Sport is a short enough career span, and you've had an amazing time. But it's important to always look to beyond sport. And have you enjoyed kind of dipping your toe into the business side of things?
It's been very, very interesting. It's obviously very, very different too. They're very different arenas. But what surprised me the most is that some of the characteristics that make a top class athlete are some of the characteristics that actually make a top business person as well. You have to be willing to hustle and grind. You have to have determination. You have to pick yourself up after setbacks. You have to humble yourself under failure. And you have to know the competition and be willing to go for it and work harder. And it has been an amazing learning experience for me, especially when you're working with like Sabrina and Ashton, who are amazing innovators. You have the SiSú brand, they're an amazing Irish wellness brand as well. They're known for making better for you drinks, and
you see them in the shops a lot.
Exactly,
so because you've got your own cans and your own name, and you're working alongside them as well. Have you always been, because I would imagine with boxing you are 100% focused. Have you been able to kind of deviate a little bit and take your eye off the boxing ring a little bit and try to spread your wings a little bit?
I think so, yeah. Like I said, we've been working so hard on this brand for the last year, and I actually happen to love fizzy drinks, but I can't obviously.
Oh, really?
I can't, fill myself with empty calories and fill my body with junk during training camp, and so you're thinking that let's make this healthy soda that's full of magnesium, full of fibre, vitamin D. It's a prebiotic. It's so healthy for you, but also tastes great. So soda drinkers will love it also. And so this has been close to my heart for the last year.
Well, listen, the best of luck with it as well. I've tried it and I'm feeling very healthy after it as well. Tell me this, listen, you just mentioned you were over in Connecticut. I'm just obsessed with the trajectory that you've gone on. Obviously at Rio in 2016 and you were at a crossroads, decided to to make the move to America, away from your family, a difficult time for you. Can you explain what was it like whenever you first went over there?
Yeah, it was a huge risk, obviously, taking, just leaving home, leaving my support network. I was going through a bit of a hard time personally during that time as well. But I got in touch with Eddie Hearn and I said, Eddie, I want to turn pro. I want to do for women's professional boxing what I did in the amateur game. I want to bring this game forward. I want to be a game changer. And it was a huge risk, but I can't imagine. I couldn't have imagined the career I've had as a professional boxer, because women's professional boxing back then was pretty much non-existent.
Yeah, it was.
And now here we are. We're filling out Madison Square Garden. We're filling out these amazing stadiums, and that's amazing progress, I think, in one generation. And women's boxing is such a big part of the professional game now, and I'm so happy to say that I've had a part to play in that.
And Katie, how did you find handling the sort of show business aspect of pro boxing? You know, like the trash talk element. Like anyone who's even caught a glimpse of an interview with you will know you're so humble. Like, and that humility is just so obvious. So how did you find that aspect of that world?
That's probably my least favourite part of it all, isn't it? All the trash talk and all the press conferences. I just want to let my hands do the talking, basically. But it's something that I've had to just grin and bear, I think, over the last few years. And professional boxing is the entertainment industry, so people do love the press conferences. I'm just a person who doesn't like the talking too much. I love the fighting part. I love stepping in the ring and actually fighting. It was just weird for me to say, but I do love it.
Very good at it. Very good.
As well. Listen, you've a lot going on, obviously, the business. You're very close to your family here as well. You have a new family over in Connecticut as well, married with a few stepchildren as well. How are you finding the next chapter?
Oh, it's been amazing. Such an amazing a new journey that I am on. I've been married for maybe a couple of years now, and my husband's actually here in the studio sometime as well. Somewhere, but yeah, it's been an amazing transition, and life is great, thank God. And life.
Are the kids into boxing? Are you trying to get them into it?
I'm trying to get them into it. The youngest son, Remy, he's only 11 years of age, and he's a great kid. Loves sport. He's mad into soccer, as you call it in America.
Of course.
So tell him you're pretty bloody good at soccer yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've been trying to get him a bit more involved in sport, and he's a great kid. But yeah, it's just great being able to have some sort of an influence on the kids as well. It's been an amazing time and an amazing journey.
Yeah. Are you training all the time? Is your day-to-day still like early starts in the gym?
I wouldn't say early starts, but yes, I'm still in the gym every single day, just taking over, keeping myself ready for whatever's next.
Wow.
Yeah.
And listen, what does the future look like for you? What do you kind of see? We're hoping for one huge send-off, one big fight to really top it all off.
Yeah.
What do you look forward to then after?
I'm looking forward to a bit of normality and just staying at home with the family, and looking forward to being a committed wife and all of that stuff as well. And obviously I have this physique as well, and I'm very much focused on that. I want to make that super successful also. I've been a game changer in my sport. I want this to also be a game changer as well. I love that word, game changer.
I know, like even when I was reading back on your notes, I knew it, but I'd forgotten about you to disguise yourself as a little boy when you were starting off. It is a phenomenal trajectory what your career has been, hasn't it? Do you get a chance to kind of think about it or look back now that you are spreading your wings into the business world?
When I started boxing as a 9 or 10-year-old, I couldn't have imagined the career I've had, because women's boxing wasn't even a sanctioned sport back then, and I had this dream in my heart to be an Olympic champion in a sport I even existed in the Olympic Games. So to achieve a nearly impossible dream was crazy, but this whole journey over the last 20 or 25 years has been remarkable.
Would you like to coach?
I think so, I think I'd love to stay involved in sport in some way. We'll see what happens, but I think this new brand physique is going to keep me busy for the next while anyway.
Sure is, and of course, hopefully that one other big fight. Do we know anything? Can we find out anything? Do we know when there might be an announcement or whatever else?
I don't know. I know as much as you guys, I think, at this stage. I think but my team are working very hard behind the scenes to try and make that fight happen, and hopefully we're but we'll get some news pretty soon. But fingers crossed.
But you're ready.
I'm ready.
You're in tip-top
I'm
shape. You're ready to go.
Absolutely.
Do we know who you might fight? Would it be somebody like Chantel, the trilogy?
Maybe, yeah. I'm obviously up for. I'm ready to fight anybody, Tommy. So
Okay.
I'm not too sure who the opponent's going to be yet, but I'll be ready and willing to step into the ring with anyone.
Careful what you say, because Alan Hughes is out the back there. I know you took him on in the ring a couple of years ago. And
Does he want a rematch?
he's still talking about it. I tell you.
I'll set out Croke Park.
Yeah, exactly. I would absolutely pay money to see that. Listen, you're in great physique, Nairla.
Absolutely.
Hope things go really well for you in the
Thank you so
business
much,
world
Sam.
as well, and hope you
So
have some
much.
good news going forward with a
Absolutely.
big announcement too. Katie Taylor, absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.